A lot of people have strong opinions on what the president did and didn't say about the violence in Virginia.
And CBS 2's Randy Paige is live with more on that part of this story. Randy.
Well, Rick, Pat, we spoke to three extremely articulate people who are experts in their own disciplines. A professor of politics who's written a book on the 2016 presidential election, a civil rights attorney who spent much of her life fighting for the rights for people of all races and backgrounds, and the former chairman of the California Republican Party, all sharing their thoughts on the statements the president has made, beginning with the one he made this past Saturday.
We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
As the president's reference to "on many sides" sank in over the weekend, he was met with widespread criticism. Today, he got more specific.
Including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups that are repugnant to everything we hold dear.
Too little, too late.
Claremont McKenna College professor of politics, Jack Pitney.
A president ought to be able to do this immediately and from the heart. It shouldn't take 2 days. It shouldn't take a teleprompter statement.
Who needs a teleprompter to denounce Nazis?
Prominent civil rights attorney Connie Rice says the fires of racism that give rise to lethal acts of violence are fueled by legitimate frustrations of people who feel as though they've been left behind.
We absolutely have an obligation to address what poor Americans of all colors have experienced. They have experienced a slow exclusion. We have economic apartheid in this country, and poor whites are very much a part of that.
Shaun Steele is a former chairman of the California Republican Party.
I'm happy that the president acted presidential, and that's the key. To be a little more specific about what the problem is, it needs to be publicly repudiated, and that's the president's job.
And while Shaun Steele and Connie Rice may disagree with the president's performance in office, both of them agree that both parties need to pay a lot more attention, attending to the needs of the Americans who feel as though they've been left behind. Let's go back to you.